This video topic, I'm going to talk about internet dating with respect to Facebook. It's all what you make of it, and it's all who the people you meet. But I've noticed since I've been on the social media side, a lot of people use it to escape their problems of the day. They look to escape from their living situations that they currently are engaged in. And for the most part, many of them are looking for help. And I've already had, I can count off the top of my hands two women that I've come across on the social media that were just simply looking for all those things that had just said. They were looking for help, a place to escape, and somebody to take care of them. I didn't really exactly mention it, but you get my point. And both of these same women, at the same time, were looking for help and an escape, had the audacity to talk about my living situation as it being negative, which to the society as a whole is not really all that great. But you do what you got to do in order to get ahead in life, as long as it's legal and it doesn't harm anybody. I won't say first of many videos I've done with shades on, but I have to sort of protect my own identity. I'm sure people know who it is, exactly who I am, but that's besides the point. Or you're just using it as a gimmick. Who cares? It's my video. I'll do how I choose and see fit to do so. If I decide to put on a hat with shades, that's my business. Just sit back and listen and watch the video. Maybe learn something from it. It's my disclosure. And both of these, now getting back to the topic, I just want to put that disclosure out for people that may be watching it and want to know why I got on this gimmick. Because I want to put it on. Okay? Just sit back and listen and watch. Now, these two women that I'm referring to with the social media, we make choices and decisions in life that we are not proud of, that we're not really happy with, and that we don't really, or that others may find as indeed inappropriate. Folks said I was crazy for, even engaging with these folks. And to a degree, they have a point. But you meaning me, being the nice guy, want to get to know people, decided, hey, let's talk about it. And as you begin to talk with these individuals, you get to learn more about why they want to escape or looking for help. Many of them are broke. Let's just be clear and honest. Now, mind you, I don't have much of an income, but I do make my own my income however I can. But I'm not out there looking for a woman to take care of me, because that's not what a man or quote unquote man is supposed to do or expect a woman to do for him that he can already do for himself, and that's to provide a place to stay, money in your pockets, food to eat, and clothes on your back. And a lot of times they, folks want to claim to be independent, which is cool, but you got to have your own means and ways of making it out here without depending on others for a place to stay at night. And it's just no way to live going from shacking up from place to place each night, going from hand to mouth for food, expecting that somebody who's nice to take care of you and your children, when in fact you made all these mistakes. I mean, mind you, we all make mistakes, and I get that. I understand that. But don't expect somebody else to take care of you and your mistakes. Not saying the children are, but maybe the choices that led to that child being born was. I'm sorry to say that, but hey, it is what it is. It's my opinion. It's harsh, I know. And I can't say that I'm sorry, but Like I said, it is what it is. I'm entitled to it. Just like you're entitled to say, well, hey, you live in your mom's basement. So what? You don't know my situation and circumstances as to why and who pays the bills. So before you run your mouth, make sure you get all your facts straight, sweetheart. And I'm not trying to make this video bashing anybody or come across as being cocky and arrogant or being slick. But this is mainly focused to the brothers out here and the men out here who are using the social media to hook up. And there's no harm in hooking up with people, hooking up with women and getting to know them. Take them out at a nice, take them to someplace nice, get something to eat, show them where you live at and show them a nice time. There's no harm in that. It's called being cordial. It's called courting one another. But don't be a sucker neither and believe all what they say and expect to help them out. Especially when you're in a position or not in a position to take care of them. And even if you do have the means and the ways to help them out and they don't help themselves, and or they don't have nothing to offer to you other than just themselves and what they can provide for you without getting too personal or graphic, what they can do for you in the bedroom. If that's all they can offer, then I would say, fellas, just leave them alone where they're at. And find a woman of substance that's going to not only take care of your needs, but it's going to be in your corner mostly. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't fall for the pretty face, the big butt and the smile, and the good looks. Because it isn't everything. If they don't have nothing to offer to you at the table, some kind of financial, stability, or even a place of their own or transportation. That's another thing about these two individuals that I come across on the social media circuit. They didn't have adequate transportation or had the means to get from point A to point B. Me, at least I have it. Thank goodness I have it and I have the means to get from point A to point B, but I have to be mindful of my finances at the same time while maintaining until things improve and get better, until I can become more independent than what I'm currently in. So all I'm saying in this video is a message for fellas to just be careful, take your time, get to know these people, find out what they're all about, find out their motives, and if they're worthy of something, and if you feel as though you can date them, then fine. Give them like a couple months and see what they're all about. And if they're out looking for a handout, just cut them off. You're better off doing bad by yourself than having somebody doing bad for you, or you be in a bad situation where you can't get your way out of it. So this is a learning lesson for me as well, and I'm learning too to just let go and move on and find somebody worthy of substance rather than just talk. And again, not to kick dirt on them or to be slick or to be funny. They would say that I was saying the same thing. I'm all talking and no action. But some people, it's going to take them a little bit longer. It may take me a little bit more time to get to where I have to go or accomplish some things until I see things through than others. One thing I don't like either is people that brag. Yeah, you may have had your little fun. You may have had your apartment houses. But let me ask you this question, ladies, that say that to men who are out here trying. But now you're in a predicament where you're homeless and going from hand to mouth for food and going from place to place to shack up at night. The question I have for you is this. Are you in those same places that you once occupied or that you once owned? That's a good question. And if you can't answer yes to it or give a logical explanation as to why, they don't ever question your potential mate on what his shortcomings are. Because let me tell you something. We all, including myself, are one paycheck short from being homeless, or one paycheck away from being homeless. And it's unfortunate, but that's how life is. I know some guys are staying at their parents' house. Society doesn't view that as being popular. But as you look on the news and online, it's becoming a trend, unfortunately, because of the economic situation that we are experiencing now and have been so since the latter part of 2000, and some say back in 2008 when the so-called crash happened. But I think we've been in a recession since, I would say, after 9/11, around 2002, 2003, 2004, and so on. And the economy just simply declined from that time. And those that were in a position to make the certain amount of cash now don't have it. And they're now having to revert back to living at home with either their brothers or sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, grandparents, their parents, or just friends that they've known for many years. And, people are just trying to get by the best way they can with what they got until things get better. All I'm saying is, folks, just be slow to judgment, and that includes me, and see what the end will be, and see if your situation gets any better. But don't pass judgment on folks, especially if you don't have something to give or something more of substance other than your body to offer to your potential mate. If you don't have really a means of transportation to get from point A to point B, whether you ride the bus, train, the subway, or even have your own car, you have really no room to talk either. Or a driver's license. So, I know I've gone on and on with this video, and I've been rambling on, but I just want to put it out there, really to let the gentlemen know who are watching this video at the sound of my voice. Just be careful. Find out what these women are all about, what they're interested, what they're looking to gain out of the relationship, because most of the times, if not 100% of the time, or at least 90%, I know I'm just throwing out numbers, they're only looking to gain something for themselves and not for the benefit of the both of you. So if they only think of themselves, like I said, cut them loose, keep it moving. You're better off. If they don't leave you alone, hey, there's always a block button. So, or just simply ignore them. If they ignore you, you ignore them. Oh well, it's their loss. Think of this as their loss and their loss of opportunity to get with you. And they just got to get their game up. That's all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's long, but I'm going to cut it short. Got any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. Until then, take care and just be careful.